Welcome to this webinar on of Young Professional Series on crop productivity in Afghanistan. We have today with us Mr. Najimuddin, who is from Afghanistan, who has graduated from Khyber Pakhtunkhwa University of Peshawar in 2011, and he has been working on this on-farm water management project in Afghanistan, and he's a very key person for the irrigation management in his areas. His webinar is on crop water productivity in Afghanistan, and the crop water productivity is a very important concept because that is the concept which provides us with an estimate of how efficiently we are utilizing our water, and to that extent how much effort we are taking to spread the same water over the larger areas. And the crop water productivity, especially in water short areas like Afghanistan, is very important because when water is short and you have to make it reach to the maximum number of people, then the productivity has to be at the highest level. So I welcome once again all of you to this webinar, and we will now listen to Mr. Najimuddin on his presentation.
Thank you, everyone. And
yeah. 1 minute.
Take
1 minute, please.
Management project, one of the important project of the Agriculture Ministry, and which working extensively on irrigation sector with a project development objective of improving agriculture productivity in a project area by enhancing the efficiency of water use. Actually, the project was started in March 2011 with the coverage of 5 regions, including 23 provinces. Initial budget of the project was 41 million, and then in 2016, after successful completion of the first phase of the project was extended for next 3 years till to December 2019 with an additional budget of $45 million. Next. The project has 4 major components. Component A is related to the irrigation rehabilitation and management, which is further divided into 2 subcomponents. A1 is the establishment and strengthening of irrigation stations to strengthen the existing MEROP system, which we have traditionally here in our local irrigation system. To strengthen their capacity for operation and maintenance of a canal. And A2 is related to the improvement of existing irrigation infrastructure. Component B is related to the support for enhancing productivity by the disseminations and adaptation of modern agriculture and irrigation technology. Component C is the project management, coordination, monitoring and evaluation. And component D is the institutional strengthening and capacity building of the Ministry of Agriculture, Irrigation and Livestock staff both at the central and provincial level. As I have already discussed, that the project major objective is to increase the crop water productivity by increasing the efficiency of water use. So it's a major indicator of the project. To assess this indicator, last year we have assessment of crop water productivity and our completed irrigation scheme. As you better know, crop water productivity is equal to crop production per cubic meter of water used during the whole season. The approach of our technical staff of the project to assess crop water productivity and in a completed irrigation project in different regions of a country is we have taken 5 sample completed irrigation schemes in each region with a total number of 25 irrigation scheme. In each irrigation scheme, then we have select one demo part to collect the data of crop water productivity with respect to crop yield and water used. And these activities are done by our regional technical staff, which include water management specialists and irrigation agronomists at the regional level. Then for the crop water productivity assessment, we use a sample methodology. In a step, we have prepared form map, which clearly show the detail, including irrigated field, channels, form structure, and especially dimensions of the form. And then we have prepared crop calendar and plan, which clearly indicate the schedule of different activity like land preparations, planting, sowing time, irrigations time, fertilizer application, and harvesting time. Then for the flow measurement, we have installed flumes at each selected demo plots to take the measurement of inflow to the field during each irrigation turn. And after calculating the inflow data during the whole season, at the harvest stage, we collect the data of crop of the yield by crop cut methods, and then finally with the equation which is usually used for the individual field crop water productivity as the kg per cubic of meter of water used. In the next slide, we have the table which shows the average wheat yield data in a different region. Starting from Kabul, in a Kabul we have 2.1 tons. They are 2,100 kg per hectare of field we have received in a 5 demo plots. And similarly, the average water applied in during this plot was 1.6 or 1,600 cubic meter of water, and the water productivity for Kabul was 1.33. Similarly, for Nangarhar, we have average yield of 4,400 with a water use of 6,400 cubic meter. And then the water productivity for this was 0.68 kg per cubic meter of water. Similarly, for Balkh, Baghlan, Herat, and overall average productivity for these 5 region was 0.94 with average water use 4.5 or 4,400 and 3.7 3,700 kg per hectare of average yield of wheat. In the next slide, you can see the graphical representations of the same tabulated data, where I have shown the average yield, average water applied, and then average productivity of each region. Starting from Kabul, then we have Nangarhar, where you can see the first column shows the average yield and average water applied to a field, and then average crop productivity in Nangarhar. Then we have Balkh, average yield of 4,000 kg per hectare, and the average water use was 5,500 cubic meter of water. And the average productivity for Balkh was 0.73. And similarly for Baghlan and Herat region, at the end you can see the last overall average of the 5 regional water productivity. For the average yield for the 5 regions was 3.7 tons or 3,700 kg per hectare, with a total water use of 4.5 or 4,400 cubic meter of water use, and the average with the average productivity of 0.94. Similarly, we have checked all these data with the international standard of water productivity for wheat crop, for which the international range for the wheat water productivity is 0.60 to 1.7 kg per cubic meter of water. And the result in discussion slide, you can see the we on an average, overall average, we have received the data 0.94 kg per cubic meter of water in all 5 regions with the selected demonstration site. Maximum water productivity was observed in Herat region with the name of Gulwafa irrigation demonstration site, where it was 1.40 kg per cubic meter of water, and minimum we have seen in Balkh region in Mirozadar irrigation demonstration site, which is 0.65 kg per cubic meter of water, and we have, as already I have discussed, I have go through the literature and I checked these value with the international standard. The range for the wheat water productivity is 0.60 to 1.7 kg per cubic meter, and fortunately our values are within the range of the international standard. The increase in crop water productivity is because of different agronomic practices which we are disseminating in our project. The major of them is laser leveling we are doing in our 5 region. We have distributed laser level almost 135 in all 5 regions, and they are on subsidized basis. And then we have sowing method with the line sowing of wheat crop with the seed drill, and improve seed variety or use, on-time application of fertilizer, weed and pest control, and on-time irrigations. Sorry for and on-time irrigation application. It's all about my presentations. If you have any questions, so it's not your hand. What if you have questions, I can answer you all about this. And hope you will enjoy the webinar. Thank you.
I'm activating. Thank you, Mr. Najmuddin, for a very nice presentation and informing us about the various water productivities. Various water productivities that you could achieve in different regions. It would have been, of course, very helpful if you would have gone into the analysis of the highest water productivity and the lowest water productivity. What were the factors? We would have been very informed about the situations which led to a good water productivity in Kabul region versus that in the Herat region.
Yeah, that's the difference between what I have observed in Kabul region, that we have received the minimum productivity is maybe it's because of the practices which we have done. We have very good practices as compared to Kabul region in Herat, and the farmers awareness and like other pests and this on-time sowing and other pest control, like this type of major factor. But the important is that what we have seen in our study was that the reason for the increase in productivity is the laser leveling and sowing methods, and pest control was the major factor which increased the, which we have seen minimum in Kabul region as compared to Herat region. We have good practices there. This was the major factor that we received productivity in Herat region as compared to Kabul region.
Mr. Sohail, we have activated your mic. You can also add to this presentation by Mr. Najmuddin. Sohail, are you able to hear us? Then you can give your suggestions or your views on this particular project.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Sadif, and thanks for all colleagues who have conducted the webinar. A special thanks goes to Mr. Najam. Well, it was very beneficial and informative webinar. From point of view of water productivity in Afghanistan, for the sure, as we all know, since past 4 decades, there have not been any special activities were going on in order to increase vertical productivity in Afghanistan lands. And on-farm water project was one of the very first projects initiated by World Bank and specialists from Ministry of Agriculture. And the results of the project shown productivity for water in Afghanistan, and that's why now government of Afghanistan, international partners, specifically World Bank, Asian Development Bank, and European Union are more focusing on how to keep per hectare. On-farm water project and IRD projects are going to be finished by year, and continuing to that, Afghanistan government with its bilateral support of international partners are planning to conduct other development projects and with the same objective to increase the productivity of crops. Beside that, the issue, what I want to suggest as Afghan and here with our ICID colleagues is that there is a bit lack of technical capability in order to increase vertical productivity in Afghanistan. On how can we improve productivity in fields. As we all know, it needs a lot of hesitation and researches in order to overcome on the issue of productivity. So what ICID can do or can help for Afghanistan through Afghan ICID is to bring or give technical support in terms of the issue. There is a specific interest among youngsters here in Afghanistan to expand their technical capability. What also that kind of activities and collaboration supports and helps the country for a betterment a lot. So that's all I wanted to say, and thanks once again for all of you.
Thank you, Shoaib. We have anybody who wants to raise a question, they can raise the hand so that we can give the speaking rights to them. Now we have seen that there are 3 persons have raised their hand to ask questions or suggestions. So first we are giving speaking right to Mr. Mehda Mohammed. Mr. Mehda Mohammed, you can speak now.
Yes, hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Please specify the soil and the water quality used.
Hello.
Hi.
Can you hear me there?
Yes, I want to know the soil type and the water quality used in your project.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Yeah, we in ours in a 5 region where we have conducted our crop productivity assessment, the major soil type was clay loam and sandy loam. So there is a different type of soil because it's in a 23 province of the country. So the soil is different with respect to other provinces. In Balkh, in Herat region, we have clay loam to sandy loam, and then in Kabul region we have like sandy loam, their type of soil.
Yes, and what about the water quality?
Sorry for we didn't do anything on assessment on water quality, but it's usual irrigation water.
Irrigation water, yes. Okay.
We didn't do any assessment on water quality.
You don't adapt agriculture techniques with drainage water use.
Sorry?
You don't adapt agriculture techniques with the drainage water use?
No.
No.
We don't have any drainage issues. It's a simple irrigation field and
Yes, okay. What about the quantities of chemical fertilizers?
chemical fertilizer?
Which is used in the project?
Actually, major focus on in this assessment was to the flow and yield, the water used by a crop and what production we have, and this fertilizer applications data we have applied, but now I didn't have that. Our agronomists they are doing that. But I don't have the idea about that. Sorry for that.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, then we'll give speaking right to Mande Adiha.
Yeah, I'm back. But my own contribution into the data I saw there, I'm having a little difficulty because I'm seeing a presentation of data that favors the dry region. And I'm asking if I apply the same system in tropical region, will it work for me? Because you mentioned quite a lot of scheme. So I want to get more feedback on that. I don't know if you can repeat maybe slide 4 of what you just presented. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, did you get my point?
No, sorry, there is a lot of voices because I couldn't hear you.
Yeah, I get the data you presented, yes. But what you presented is applicable to desert areas, because I understand most of your projects are going on in the desert areas. But what I'm saying that if I apply the system to tropical region, will it work for me?
Actually,
you get it now?
we actually our climatic region is this is arid and semi-arid area, and we haven't go for the assessment, and we don't have any desert area here, and most of our project area. So I don't know exactly about the outcome of the water productivity in desert area, because in Afghanistan we have mostly this arid and semi-arid region, and where in the project area which we are working is the climate and arid to semi-arid, and we don't observe such kind of assessment or done assessment in desert area. We have desert area, but is mostly in Farah and Helmand in northeast of our country, where we haven't started our project activities due to security conditions. Sorry for I don't know about exactly that maybe it's applicable in desert area or not.
Okay, now next we are giving speaking right to Mr. Pavan Kumar Reddy from India. Mic on. Yes, self-muted. Pavan, you have self-muted. You can activate your mic.
Hello.
Yeah. Pavan, you can go ahead.
Yeah, are you hearing, sir? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, good afternoon to everyone. Nice to meet you, Najimuddin. Again, you are here. And
Good afternoon, Pawan, and nice to hear you after a long time.
Yeah. So, in this project, means you will have some limitations of this study, na? So, can you explain? Means hard phases of this one. Means achieving this crop.
Limitation with respect to what, Pawan?
With respect to means how you have planned, means you are taking so 5 or 6 regions, na? Means how you have planned for that one, for implementing this project.
we are implementing the project especially as per our donor and ministry policy in that provinces which is secure, because in Afghanistan you better know we have security problems, and maybe in this year, by the end of this year, inshallah, we will get rid of security problem. And we are in a planning to extend this project on national level. Now, for instance, for us is the limitation of security, and the other limitation is the unawareness of the research, especially at the farm level, dealing with the farmers. They are illiterate, and they don't have respect to research. For example, when we are installing flumes or other rain gauges, so due to security problem, we are always be careful about that. We select such a point that is accessible and that is more secure. So the problem, the limitation which we have is this research, minimum research awareness among the people and also at the institutional level. And the other is the security issue which we have.
Okay, and also one more thing, have you calculated this economic water productivity, means per total consumptive use of the water use?
No, this year I'm planning for, we have started working on it, on economical productivity. And the other thing this year I will do is the crop water productivity determination on command area base. Last year we are on scheme level, and this year we are planning to be on a large scale, which is command area. For example, in North region we are covering more than 10,000 hectare of land. So we will go on area basis and also on economical productivity basis. So this year I included in my schedule to do this crop water productivity determinations both at the command area level and also on economical crop productivity.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, actually, another person, Abraham Sekai Annan, he has raised their hand for raising the question. Now you can activate your mic because you have self-muted it. Ephraim Seki Amnan. Yes, you can go ahead.
Ephraim, you are on. Please speak.
Amali, we have given a speaking right to you also. If you want, you can give your views or your raise question. Amali?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, just. Thank you very much, Nadum, for the excellent presentation.
Thank you, Ibrahim, and nice to hear you after a long time.
No. Yeah, it's been a while after Mexico. We've not seen them. Yeah. I'm really. It's been a really interesting presentation from you, and one of the aspects which you talked about, the crop water productivity, is what I really want to dive deep into. Like, what parameters did you use? Is it like the economic productivity in terms of, let's say, US dollars per cubic meter, or the land productivity in terms of, let's say, ton per hectare, or let's say tons per cubic meter, which is also like another type of productivity? And then we have the two aspects of productivity, which is the net primary productivity and also the gross primary productivity. So I don't know which one precisely were you able to adopt, and the methodologies for doing so.
Thank you, Ibrahim. As you have mentioned that we have three types of productivity, and mostly we have focused on the land productivity, that how much increase in crop productivity and how much water we have used. and the rest of the 2 types we haven't worked on that. And this year we are planning to have the 3 ones, all of the 3 ones, which include all of the 3 ones, especially, and we will work on the economical water productivities, land water productivities, and I forget the 3rd one. But this year, the last year, the presentation which I have today, I have presented, it's mostly respect to the land water productivity.
Okay, so that's basically let's say tons per hectare.
Per hectare. Yeah.
Okay. That's great. But for water scarce Afghanistan, is it? I don't know that. I mean, but from my idea of the Middle East and North Africa, it's not a Middle East country, but from the idea of the region, the aridity in the region, there is also water scarcity. So, can you, at the point of land productivity, come to a conclusion in which type of crops, or there is also the objective of bringing all the different productivities together before you could propose whether to optimize irrigation systems or to let's say use water, increase water use efficiency or improve irrigation technologies?
As per my assessment and output we will get after this conducting this research is that we improve the application efficiency and also convention efficiency, which will automatically increase our crop productions. And we are trying to change our traditional system to modernize irrigation system by introducing different irrigation practices. Like we are working since from last 9 years to improve our irrigation system by aligning canals, infrastructure development, and disseminations of machineries with respect to land preparations. In our project, this laser leveling have very good results, and as per the assessment which we have seen that it's really contribute in the application efficiency, which automatically will increase crop productions. As per our assessment, we are in a dire need, and we are working hard to develop our traditional irrigation system to modernize irrigation system by subsidizing different type of agriculture and irrigation practices, which include like mechanization of irrigation agriculture, and also this high efficiency of irrigation system, especially sprinkle irrigation system for a wheat crop and drip irrigation for orchard, because in Afghanistan we have lots of fruits orchards, and we have started design of high efficiency for and especially in north region and central region we are working on the orchard for drip irrigations.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay,
thank you.
Now Dr. Sadev Singh will talk.
Yeah, Mr. Nazamuddin, did you factor in the rainfall in your water calculations?
Yeah, as I have earlier mentioned, one of my young professionals' question, I forgot his name, from India. We have installed, we have limitation with the security. We have installed the rain gauges, but you know that because of unawareness of research and security problem, most of the rain gauges are disappears, or sometimes it's disturbed by the local people. So mostly we ignore that, and we more focus on irrigation inflow. And the other special thing is that we are mostly receiving less rainfall after March, in April, May, June, July. We have maximum rainfall during this winter season. It starts from October till February. It will end in March. But in this study, we haven't considered the rainfall data as much.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Najmuddin. for a very good seminar and informative research findings which you have carried out in Afghanistan, 5 different regions. And Sohaib for contributing, and Dr. Vijay will also like to say something before we'll go for a close of this seminar.
Before finalizing, I have one suggestion. So, if you give time.
Yeah. First, let Dr. Vijay speak, and then you will give your suggestion.
Okay. Thank you.
Hi, this is Vijay. It appears from the project that you want to promote wheat productivity in time to come. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I assume that Afghanistan is a water scarce country.
Yeah, exactly.
Why would you like to promote wheat, which would require 4 to 6 irrigations as compared to some other crops which may require much less water?
Dr. Vijay, actually, you know that in Afghanistan, wheat consumption is too much. Our people is too much willing to eat more bread, and bread consumptions automatically come from wheat. So our project is mostly working in the wheat prone area where we have a lot of wheat productions. And you know, the food security is the important thing in a food security is that you have maximum wheat productions. And this is our priority of the ministry, and also the project is that first we have maximum wheat productions to cover more area. For example, we are now working on the new irrigation area development to divert canal from, especially from Amu River. For one of the feasibility study, I am responsible that we are now working on the feasibility of Anho irrigation canal, which almost divert 135 cubic meter of water per seconds to irrigate almost 200,000 hectare of land. So the government priority is that first we have improved just get rid from the export of wheat crop from other country by cultivating the arable command area throughout the country. So wheat is I think this is the important factor for the food security. That's why we are focusing on wheat, because Afghanistan is now in a current situation, its demand is more as compared to our production, and we are exporting wheat from this neighboring country like Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, and Pakistan even. And maybe from India we have received a lot of wheat since 1 year back. So it's all about the food security. That's why we are focusing to have a wheat crop. And then we switch off to, for example, for the new development area in Balkh and Anho irrigation project, where we are working on this new area development, where we will have mechanized irrigations with a cash crop. Like in Balkh, we are now working on one research farm with 1,000 hectare of land, where we have complete mechanized irrigation system like sprinkle drip irrigation with cash crop. Possibly it will be fruits and cottons. So we are working on that, but first priority is that we should have to be self-sufficient and wheat crop.
Okay, thank you. Now you can give your suggestion first.
Thank you for giving us this opportunity to present this webinar, and I expect more from ICID that Afghanistan is, since it's an emerging country, and we are working in different sectors of development, especially this agriculture is an important sector of the country, where more than 75% population is depend on agriculture. So I suggest my suggestion for ICID that they always support to Afghans, young guys, and the professionals, especially working in agriculture and irrigation. And this year I'm conducting crop water productivity on command area base. And that's in this assessment, which already started from this from this January, and it will be end till the cropping season of wheat crop. So in this assessment, I will do all 3 types of crop productivity, and I will need technical assistance of ICID. So this is my suggestions, and once again, thanks for giving this opportunity, and we look forward that ICID will provide full support to Afghan nation to develop their capacity, because especially the research level, we don't have that much capacity. We have, but we need some assistance from international community and international commission like ICID. So it will be better that in a future you people support us. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And what I suggest that Afghanistan National Committee, they can send a proposal to us to seek support under technical support unit. So technical support program, there is a form also there. So you can fill up, the National Committee can fill up the form and send it to us. Then we'll definitely consider it and provide the support, whatever is possible from our end. Before we close, I'll request Mr. Pandya, Secretary General, to say his closing remarks.
Thank you, Mr. Verma and Mr. Najimuddin. It was a very informative seminar. We had very lively interaction from all the participants, and we will surely be happy to help you. You can always formulate the problems or the schemes, and then we can see under our technical support program how we can mobilize the resources for helping you. So you do pose your questions, your doubts in the Air Professionals Forum and at various other forums. In fact, you can also join the World Irrigation Forum and provide your inputs, so that there will be many experts who will be able to provide you with their thoughts in this matter. Thank you.
And then I request you that you can prepare 1500 words article on this, so that we can include it in ICID news, and that can be which is being circulated to more than 5,000 experts all around the world. So you can share the article on that. And then I thank all the participants for their taking time from their schedule and attending this webinar, and then raising the questions and giving their views. So I thank everybody for this seminar. Thank you very much, Mr. Najmuddin, Shoaib, and all the participants. Thank you.
Thank you from ICID and all of the participants from your side. And see you soon, inshallah.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.